Can I ask you something? When was the last time you stopped and truly asked yourself, am I living the life I actually want? Not the life that looks good from the outside, not the life that society tells you that you should want, not the life that other people expect you to live, but the life that feels meaningful to you, the life that feels right when you are completely honest with yourself. That's what I want to ask you today. So, welcome to the Hallan Show. My name is Shivani Hallan. And before we begin this, I want to tell you something. I'm not here because I have figured out life or things I'm talking about. I'm here because at age 52, I'm asking questions to myself, questions about purpose, questions about success, questions about money and happiness, questions about my identity. Questions about what really matters when everything else becomes quiet. And maybe some of the questions which I'm asking myself are the same ones you're asking yourself. So today, I don't want to give any lessons here. I don't want this to be just another podcast where someone tells you what you should do. No, I want this to be a conversation about life, conversation about the decisions that shape us, a conversation about becoming the person we are meant to become. For more than 22 years, I have the privilege of helping people in a financial world. I have helped families protect the people they love. I have helped families prepare for their retirement years. I've also helped business owners and professionals think about more wealth creation, that's what they want, and preservation. I have helped people with planning their future. And I want to be very clear about something here. I believe in planning. I believe planning matters. I believe protecting your family matters. I believe building wealth matters a lot. I have dedicated my career to helping people do exactly that. But over the years, I have also realized something. Something that has made me think much deeper about life. We spend so much time planning for our financial future, other things in our future. But sometimes we forget to plan the person who we are becoming. And I don't mean that we shouldn't plan our future. Actually, I believe the opposite. Planning is one of the most important things we can do. I always say that. Because I have seen what happens when people plan well. I've seen families create security. I've seen people enter retirement with confidence. And I've seen other way around too. I've seen the peace that comes when someone knows they are prepared. But I've also seen something else. I've seen people spend decades building a successful life, and then one day they stop and ask themselves, is this really the life I wanted? Is this what I was working so hard for? Somewhere along the way, did I forget about myself? And that question stayed with me because think about this. We spend years planning our careers. We plan our investments. We plan for our retirement. We plan our children's future. We plan our vacations, right? We plan almost everything. And how often do we stop and ask, who is the person that is going to live that future? Because we are not just building a bank account, we are building a life here. We are becoming someone, we are changing with time. Every decision we make, every habit we create, every conversation we have, every choice we repeat is shaping the person we become. And maybe that is the bigger question. That's the bigger question. Not just what do I want to achieve, but who do I want to become along the way? Because success is different for everyone. For one person, success might mean building a big business. For another person, success might mean having more time with the family, with the loved ones. For someone else, success might mean freedom, peace, health, all these different purpose, you know, making an impact somehow. So it's different for everyone. But sometimes we spend so much time chasing success that we forget to define what success actually means to us. We follow someone else's timeline, someone else's definition of success, even someone else's dream sometimes. And one day we wake up and realize we were busy climbing a ladder, but we never stopped to ask, is this even the ladder I wanted to climb? And I'll be honest with you, these questions are not just questions I'm asking you. These are questions I'm asking even myself. Because, see, at 52 years old, I find myself looking at the next chapter of my life now. Not because I don't appreciate everything behind me, I do. I very much do. I'm incredibly grateful. I have learned so much. I have experienced so many things, which I'm so proud of. I have had the privilege of having so many people, helping them, meeting them, going through their life. But I believe every chapter of life brings new questions. The questions we ask at age 25 or 30 are totally different from the questions we ask at 50. The dream we have when we are younger, you know, those dreams do change with life, with age. The things we thought would make us happy, sometimes they don't make us happy. And maybe that's not a problem. Maybe that's a growth. We are learning, we are growing. Maybe that's life asking us to look deeper. I think one of the biggest challenges we face today is that we are constantly connected to everything outside of us. We need to go inside, but disconnected from ourselves. We know what everyone else is doing. We know what everyone else is achieving. We see everyone's highlights. But how often do we sit quietly and ask, what do I really want? What truly matters to me? What kind of person do I want to become? Or, and maybe that is why I wanted to create the Helen Show. Because I believe there are conversations we don't have enough. We talk about money, we talk about success, we talk about achievements, but we don't always talk about the human being behind those things. Because end of the day, money is very important. Why? Because money gives us choices. Money creates opportunities. Money can protect the people we love. Money help us with our mission, but money alone cannot answer every question in life. It cannot tell us who we are. It cannot tell us what gives us purpose. Money cannot tell us what makes our life meaningful. And that's the conversation I want to have here. Sometimes we will talk about money, of course, because money is a major part of our life. Sometimes we will talk about wealth. It means different to everybody because financial freedom do matter. But we will also talk about the things underneath, the fears we have, the dreams, the right decisions, the moments that change us, which questions that keep us awake at night. And I want you to know something. I'm not here because I have all the answers. I'm also looking for answers, just like you. Actually, I'm here because I believe the journey of understanding ourselves never really ends. We are always learning, and I love to learn. I'm a good learner, I know that. We are always growing, we are always becoming better. Maybe the goal of life isn't arriving at some place that everything is figured out. No, maybe the goal is to keep asking better questions, because better questions will lead us to better decisions, and better decisions will lead us to much better life. So, welcome to the Helen Show. This is our first conversation, and I hope you join me for many more to come, because I believe the best chapters of our lives are not necessarily behind us, they are the chapters we have the courage to create, to write ourselves. Before you leave today, I want to leave you with this one question. The question I'm asking myself too, and I want you to sit with it. Think about it deeply. Who is the person you are becoming? Not what are you achieving, not what are you earning, not even what are you collecting. Who are you becoming? Take some time with that question, and I will meet you in our next conversation. Thank you for being here. See you next week. Take care. Bye for now.